All right, everyone, get ready. We're diving deep into the life of James Kennedy.
JD to his friends?
JD to his friends, exactly. And his whole family, actually.
Using their 2023 Christmas letter.
Their 2023 Christmas letter as our only source.
Yep.
It is packed with more twists and turns
Oh, yeah?
than a country road in a snowstorm.
It's a wild ride.
We've got medical mysteries.
Yeah.
We got ringette drama, a farming saga that'd make old MacDonald's head spin, and a whole lot of heart.
Yeah, it's really something.
So JD kicks things off with this health scare that starts pretty innocently.
Yeah.
A persistent cough.
Just a cough.
He just dismisses as a seasonal bug, which, I mean, we can all relate to that, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We've all powered through the holidays.
Still a little under the weather.
With a sniffle or two.
Absolutely.
But here's where things take a turn.
Yeah.
January 2nd, he lands in the ER.
Oh, wow.
More to appease his wife than anything else.
To keep the peace at home.
Right. What unfolds is this comedic symphony of waiting room absurdity.
And he captures it perfectly.
Oh, he does. He really does.
I mean, his ability to find humor
Yeah.
in the midst of a potential health crisis is striking.
Yeah.
He's describing this whole scene. A lady arguing with the police, a surprise birthday party
Oh, yeah.
gone wrong.
A couple debating the nuances of a cough
Just unbelievable.
with this wit that just suggests this really powerful coping mechanism.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But it also highlights, that universal experience, that
Yeah.
strange mix of the mundane and the potentially life-altering
Exactly.
that you find in waiting rooms.
Oh, for sure.
But then the mood shifts
Oh, yeah.
dramatically.
Yeah.
After a 12-hour wait,
Oh, hours.
12 hours,
Oh, my goodness.
a routine ECG reveals a much bigger problem,
Oh, wow.
congestive heart failure.
Wow.
This diagnosis is just a stark reminder that sometimes the symptoms we just brush off
Right.
can be warning signs of something way more serious.
Absolutely. You really can't ignore those signs.
You really can't.
Congestive heart failure, it means the heart's not pumping blood
Yeah.
as efficiently as it should.
So it can lead to fluid buildup, fatigue, shortness of breath.
You don't want to mess around with that.
No, you don't.
Not at all.
So JD finds himself admitted to the hospital,
Okay.
and his description of life on the cardiac ward
Uh-huh.
paints a vivid and often humorous picture.
Yeah.
He talks about the constant monitoring, the medication routines, including Lasix,
Diuretic, right.
right, a diuretic to remove excess fluid,
Uh-huh.
the general lack of sleep.
Oh, I bet.
He even shared this hilarious anecdote about
Oh, Colin.
we'll just say a full container incident
Oh, nah.
while hooked up to an IV.
I can only imagine.
Let's just say good hospital etiquette is crucial.
Oh, absolutely.
But, beneath the laughter,
Yeah.
we sense this deeper emotional struggle, this isolation of being hospitalized,
Yeah.
the anxiety surrounding his diagnosis,
Correct.
the frustration of being forced to slow down.
Right, right.
And to add insult to injury, JD reveals that he didn't receive much support
Oh,
from his
no.
colleagues
Really?
during this time.
That's awful.
Which, it raises a larger question.
Yeah.
How do we, as a society, support those facing health challenges?
Especially the invisible ones, right?
Especially the invisible ones.
It's so important.
Yeah.
Often the most debilitating aspects of illness
Yeah,
aren't the physical symptoms,
right.
but the emotional and social isolation that comes with them.
Exactly.
JD's experience really highlights the need for greater empathy and understanding
Yeah,
in the workplace.
for sure.
And just beyond, just everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
While JD is grappling with his health,
Okay.
his son, Frederick, is having a year of
Uh-huh.
remarkable highs and lows.
Oh, wow.
On the one hand, he's a musical prodigy,
Okay.
playing the trombone in the school band,
Mm-hmm.
wins first place in a regional competition. He even receives an invitation to an honor band.
That's amazing.
But his journey isn't without its bumps in the road.
Yeah.
His ringette team, the North Rustico Revenge,
Go revenge.
suffer a string of heartbreaking silver medal finishes,
Oh,
falling just short of victory time and time again.
so close.
And then there are the challenges he faces at school.
Yeah.
Academics and bullying are taking a toll
Oh, it's so tough at that age.
on his well-being.
Yeah.
But within those challenges comes a turning point,
Okay.
an autism diagnosis.
Wow.
And initially, this diagnosis comes as a surprise,
Mm-hmm.
but it quickly evolves into a source of understanding.
And empowerment.
And empowerment, exactly.
What's striking is how JD describes it as a moment of clarity.
Yeah.
It provides context for some of Frederick's behaviors.
Right.
And opens doors to accessing the support he needs.
Absolutely.
To thrive.
So it's a reminder that sometimes understanding the root of a challenge is the first step towards overcoming it. And Frederick's story just beautifully illustrates the transformative power of embracing neurodiversity.
And the importance of providing support and resources for individuals on the spectrum.
Yeah.
It's crucial.
So while JD is navigating this heart condition, and Frederick is on this roller coaster of personal growth, Ruth, JD's wife, emerges as the family's anchor. The steady hand on the tiller. Holding everything together with this quiet strength and resourcefulness.
What's remarkable is she's not just holding things together. She's actively building and creating.
She is.
Yeah.
JD mentions her building a greenhouse from recycled materials.
Really?
Her involvement in her church community.
Oh, that's cool.
Through the UCW. Her unwavering support for their daughter, Allison. Who's embarking on, well, a rather ambitious farming adventure.
Oh, wow. What's she doing?
She embodies resilience, practicality, a deep commitment to family.
This sounds like...
Speaking of Allison, she's a force of nature. She starts with this small herd of goats, and this dream of big hollow farm just blossoms.
It blossoms.
We're talking calves, chickens, turkeys, pigs.
The whole farmyard symphony.
The whole farmyard symphony.
I love it.
But her farming journey is anything but smooth sailing.
Oh, no.
She encounters a steep learning curve.
I bet.
Facing setbacks like escaped pigs.
Oh.
A mischievous turkey-eating pig.
No way.
Coyote attacks, and even a flock of sheep with what JD playfully dubs.
What does he call them?
Born loser syndrome.
Oh, no.
At one point, she's forced to operate this makeshift farm in her basement.
In her basement.
In her basement.
That's incredible.
Aptly named Basement Acres.
Basement Acres. I love it.
Allison's Basement Acres. It exemplifies the resourcefulness of these new farmers.
It really does.
Showcasing how passion can fuel creative solutions.
For sure.
Even in limited spaces.
Absolutely.
And despite the setbacks, she experiences victories too.
Oh, good.
A freezer full of homegrown meat.
That's great.
A growing flock of sheep. A thriving flock of laying hens.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's clear that Allison is building something special. Even if it's a bit messier and more chaotic than she initially envisioned.
Well, that's farming for you.
Right.
Yeah.
But before we get too lost in the world of farm life, let's circle back to JD's heart condition.
Right.
The root cause of his heart failure remains a mystery.
A mystery.
The dye test showed no blockages.
Okay.
Which is good news.
That is good news.
But it also leaves a lot of unanswered questions.
Oh, I bet.
And then he gets a call from a specialist suggesting a heart ablation.
A heart ablation.
Have you ever heard of this procedure?
I have, yeah.
So it's a minimally invasive procedure where they use catheters to deliver radiofrequency energy to the heart.
To target the abnormal tissue?
Exactly, to destroy that abnormal tissue that's causing the irregular heartbeats.
It's a fairly common treatment, actually.
It is.
But like any medical procedure, it has risks.
And JD is very upfront about those risks.
Yeah.
He mentions the chance of damage to his heart's electrical system, blood clots.
Right.
Even uses the term spontaneous death.
Oh, wow.
Which,
that's good.
Honest, sounds terrifying.
It does.
His willingness to acknowledge those fears speaks to his honesty and vulnerability.
It does. It really does.
But there's another layer to this decision.
Okay.
He also mentions that the alternative to the ablation is long-term medication.
Yeah.
With a laundry list of potential side effects.
Oh.
Liver and kidney problems.
Yeah.
Sensitivity to sunlight.
Okay.
Even a chance of his skin turning blue.
Oh, my goodness.
So it's this tough choice.
A risky procedure versus a potentially debilitating course of medication.
Exactly.
That's a tough one.
And it's a dilemma many people face when dealing with chronic health conditions.
Weighing the benefits against the risks.
Right.
Making a decision that aligns with your values and priorities.
In JD's case, he chooses to proceed with the ablation.
Okay.
Opting for the unknown of the procedure over the certainty of those medication side effects.
I can understand that.
He even jokes about not wanting to be called Papa Smurf.
Which, honestly, is a valid concern.
It is a valid concern.
His humor, even when faced with this serious decision, is remarkable.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that humor can be a powerful coping mechanism.
Absolutely.
even amidst difficult circumstances.
Yeah.
It really can.
But before we jump into the outcome of the ablation, let's take a closer look at the other members of the Kennedy family.
Right.
Starting with Ruth.
Yeah.
Her story goes far deeper than just being the supportive wife.
I bet it does.
JD's letter offers glimpses into her multifaceted life, her dedication to family and community, her love of gardening, even her sleuthing skills. When it comes to piecing together their family medical history. She's like a one-woman whirlwind of activity.
It sounds like it.
Absolutely. Remember her resourcefulness in building that greenhouse?
Yeah.
From recycled materials?
It speaks to her practicality.
It does.
And her connection to the land.
Yes.
Values that are clearly important to the Kennedy family.
Sure.
And that story about the smell-evator.
Oh, the smell-evator.
The one that reeked of what JD delicately describes as lemon pea.
On their trip to Halifax for JD's MRI.
Oh, that's rough.
It speaks volumes about Ruth's ability to find humor, even in the most unpleasant situations.
It really does.
Makes you wonder how many other minor annoyances and inconveniences she handled with grace throughout the year.
Absolutely.
Behind every story of resilience.
Yeah.
There are countless acts of patience, perseverance, good humor, often unseen and unacknowledged.
True.
And speaking of resilience, we can't forget about Allison and her ever-expanding farm.
Oh, yeah. Big Hollow Farm.
A testament to her ambition and her dedication to this dream.
Sure.
But getting to that point was quite the adventure.
It sounds like it.
Escaped pigs, a turkey-eating pig, coyote attacks.
Oh, my goodness.
Those sheep with born loser syndrome.
It's like a farmyard comedy routine.
It really is.
And yet, through it all, Allison perseveres.
She does.
Constantly learning, adapting, finding creative solutions to those endless challenges of farm life.
And she's got a fantastic support system in her husband, Joey, and her mom, Ruth.
That's great.
They face those ups and downs together with this mix of grit and good humor.
It's a reminder that pursuing a dream,
Yeah.
especially one as demanding as farming,
Yeah.
is often best done with the help and support of loved ones.
Absolutely.
It really is.
And speaking of family, we can't forget the other members of the Kennedy clan.
All the other Kennedys.
Adding their own unique threads to this tapestry.
Yeah.
We've got Sam buying his first home, a $500 trailer that might need a little love.
A fixer-upper.
A fixer-upper, exactly.
Okay.
Amy working hard at the local coop. Bethany the bookworm with dreams of becoming a lawyer.
Good for her.
Avery the gamer with a passion for coding.
Nice.
David the seasonal worker who dreams of running a campground.
Oh, cool.
And then there's Jenna, William, Kevin, Greg, Justin, Hillary, and Carl.
Wow. That's a big family.
Each contributing to the rich tapestry of the Kennedy family.
It's amazing how this one Christmas letter branches out to encompass so many lives.
It does.
Each at a different stage. With their own unique challenges and triumphs.
Amidst all these individual stories, there's a common thread.
What's that?
The importance of perseverance, adaptability, and finding moments of joy, even in the face of challenges.
Absolutely.
It's a reminder that life is a journey full of twists and turns.
It really is.
And the most important thing is to keep moving forward, supporting each other along the way.
Absolutely.
But before we get too philosophical, let's return to JD and that looming heart ablation.
Right.
He's facing a procedure with significant risks.
Yeah.
And we're left wondering how it all turns out.
We are.
So join us for part 2, where we delve into the final chapter of JD's 2023 saga and explore the lasting impact of this year of heartbreak and resilience.
I'm ready. So we left JD facing this heart ablation with all the inherent risks and the hope that it brings for a life free from heavy medication.
Absolutely.
And of course, he approaches it all with that characteristic blend of humor and honesty.
He really does.
It's almost like he's refusing to let this situation define him.
Yeah.
He jokes about not wanting to have the procedure before Christmas because of the wait times and because, well, who wants to spend the holidays recovering from heart surgery?
Exactly.
It speaks to a desire for control. Even in the face of something as unpredictable as a health challenge.
Yeah.
He's taking ownership of the situation.
He is finding those moments of levity.
Right.
Amidst the uncertainty.
It's inspiring.
It really is.
But as we move into the aftermath of the ablation, there's a noticeable shift in his tone.
You pick up on that too.
I do.
He doesn't dwell on the details of the procedure itself.
Yeah.
Which makes me think it was probably quite an ordeal.
I'd say so.
Instead, he focuses on the larger lessons learned throughout this ticker time, as he calls it.
I love that.
It's as though the physical healing is intertwined with this deeper emotional and spiritual journey.
Absolutely.
Precisely.
He reflects on the isolation of being away from work.
Yeah.
The lack of support from certain colleagues.
Right.
And just the overwhelming gratitude he feels for his family.
And it really underscores how healing is not just physical.
It's not.
It's about tending to those emotional and spiritual aspects as well.
It really is.
And JD's letter makes it clear that his family has been his rock.
Oh, for sure.
Throughout this whole experience.
He speaks about Ruth, Frederick, and Allison with so much love and appreciation, acknowledging their sacrifices and their unwavering support.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful testament to the strength of those family bonds.
And it goes beyond just his immediate family, too.
Oh, yeah?
He mentions his extended family spread across the country.
Wow.
Each facing their own challenges and joys.
It's a reminder that family can be a source of comfort and inspiration, no matter where life takes you.
And in JD's case, it seems his family played a crucial role in both his physical and emotional recovery.
Absolutely.
So what's the verdict? Was the ablation successful?
That's the question, isn't it?
It is.
That lingers as we approach the end of his letter.
Yeah.
He doesn't explicitly say whether the procedure worked.
Right.
But there's this palpable sense of hope and optimism in his words.
I agree.
He looks forward to a better year ahead and ends with a message of faith and resilience, reminding us that even in crisis, there's always reason to believe in the power of love, hope, and the human spirit.
And what's striking is that this message of hope isn't naive.
Right.
It comes from a place of deep understanding of life's fragility and the inevitability of challenges.
He gets it.
JD has confronted his own mortality.
Yeah.
And emerged with a renewed appreciation for each day.
It's powerful.
It is.
It's a reminder that our journeys are shaped not just by the events, but by how we choose to respond to them.
So true.
JD's story is a testament to the human capacity for resilience, humor, and finding meaning even in the darkest of times.
Absolutely.
Before we wrap up this deep dive into JD's year, I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Sure.
What stood out to you the most?
Honestly, it's that quiet strength and resourcefulness that shines through in every member of this family.
Oh, I see that.
They face setbacks head on.
They do.
They celebrate those small victories, and they never lose sight of what truly matters, their love for each other.
I completely agree.
And that's what makes this Christmas letter so compelling.
It is.
It's not just a recounting of events, but a meditation on the power of family love and the resilience of the human spirit.
It really is.
But there's another thread running through this letter that I find incredibly fascinating.
Oh, tell me.
It's JD's relationship with the healthcare system.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
From that comedic chaos of the ER waiting room to the frustrating delays and miscommunications. JD's experience highlights both the strengths and weaknesses of our healthcare system.
It does, for sure.
Remember that scene where he and Ruth are in Halifax for his pre-ablation consultation?
I do.
They braved a snowstorm in a car without winter tires, no less.
Oh, my goodness.
Talk about dedication.
That's commitment.
It's almost comical how this pattern of long waits and bureaucratic hurdles keeps recurring throughout his medical journey.
It's like a test of patience.
It is at every turn.
They arrive early for the appointment. And then wait and wait and wait.
And waits.
It's a relatable experience for anyone who's navigated the healthcare system.
Oh, absolutely.
That feeling of being lost in a maze of paperwork and procedures.
And then comes the ultimate mix-up.
What happened?
It turns out the doctor saw another patient named Kennedy.
No way.
And assumed JD had already been seen.
Oh, no.
It's as if fate, or maybe just administrative chaos, was conspiring to keep him on his toes.
I can see that.
But despite those frustrations, they finally meet with Dr. Sapp, the heart rhythm specialist. And this doctor actually takes the time to listen.
Oh, good.
Explain the procedure thoroughly. Address JD's concerns.
That's so important.
It is.
It highlights that even within a large impersonal system, there are those compassionate individuals who go above and beyond to provide personalized care.
It's a reminder that human connection and empathy can make all the difference.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the heart of JD's story.
Yeah.
It's not just about the medical procedures or the ups and downs of farm life. It's about the human experience.
It really is.
It's about finding strength and resilience in those unexpected places.
Yeah.
Leaning on loved ones and finding humor, even in the face of adversity.
Absolutely.
And ultimately, it's about recognizing the preciousness of life.
Right.
And embracing the journey with all its imperfections and unexpected detours.
JD's letter reminds us that life is a tapestry.
It is.
Woven with threads of joy, sorrow,
resilience, and love. But we're not quite finished yet.
We're not.
There's one more thread to explore.
Okay.
The story of JD's daughter, Allison, and her ambitious farming dreams.
Right.
Join us for the final part of our deep dive.
Yes.
As we unravel the challenges, triumphs, and surprising twists of Big Hollow Farm.
Welcome back to our final part of this deep dive into the Kennedy family's 2023.
We're wrapping things up with Allison and Big Hollow Farm.
Big Hollow Farm, yeah, it's a pretty amazing story.
It really is. It's about pursuing a dream, one that's deeply rooted in passion and a connection to the land.
Absolutely. And facing those challenges. With resourcefulness.
And a good sense of humor.
A healthy dose of humor, for sure.
Remember those escape artist pigs?
Oh, how could we forget?
The turkey-eating pig, the coyote encounters.
And the sheep with born loser syndrome.
It's just a perfect picture.
It is.
Of the unpredictable nature of farm life.
Especially when you're starting from scratch.
Exactly.
But Big Hollow Farm is more than just, funny animal stories.
Right. It's a testament to her grit and determination.
And willingness to learn, to adapt.
What strikes me is her commitment to sustainable farming practices.
Yeah.
She talks about raising her animals ethically, using natural methods, minimizing her environmental impact.
It's clear she's not just building a farm. She's cultivating a way of life.
Yeah.
And she's doing it with the support of her family.
Her husband, Joey, her mom, Ruth, pitching in.
They're all in.
It's a great reminder that pursuing a dream, especially one as demanding as farming, is often a team effort.
It takes a village.
Speaking of team effort, there's another aspect of Allison's story I find interesting.
I bet I know what you're thinking.
That moment where she invites her dad to help build a fence.
Exactly.
It's a small gesture, but it speaks volumes.
It does.
About their relationship.
JD's still recovering from his heart ablation at this point.
Right. Likely experiencing fatigue, limitations.
So for Allison to include him in this project, even in a small way, it just suggests a deep understanding.
I think so.
Of his need to feel useful, connected to something meaningful.
It's a beautiful example of how simple acts of inclusion can foster healing.
And strengthen those bonds. Yeah. And it speaks to that larger theme that runs through JD's whole Christmas letter.
The power of family support.
Not just in times of crisis, but those everyday moments.
It's the little things.
JD's letter has taken us on quite a journey.
It has. From his own health challenges to Frederick's ups and downs.
Ruth's unwavering strength. Allison's farming adventures.
We've witnessed this family navigate the complexities of life.
With humor, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to each other.
Their story reminds us that life is a tapestry.
It is.
Woven with threads of joy, sorrow, resilience, and love.
As we wrap up this deep dive,
I'm
just left with this sense of admiration for the Kennedy family.
Me too.
They've shared their story with honesty, vulnerability,
and a good dose of humor.
And in doing so, they've given us a glimpse
into those universal experiences of family, resilience, the power of human connection.
So as you all go about your day, I encourage you to reflect on the Kennedy's journey.
What lessons resonated with you?
How does their story inspire you to face your own challenges?
With courage, humor, and a little bit of that Kennedy family spirit.
Life is a journey.
Best shared.
And even amidst the storms.
There is always reason to hope, to laugh, and to love.